Dollar General had just come out with a super cheap oil filter. We're going to cut it open and compare it to good ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also found out that GM logo products are garbage. So.
Yes. We'll have to show you later. Okay.
All right, how many of you guys have seen the new Dollar General oil filters? Are you as terrified of them as we are? We're just curious about them. We were going to cut this thing open and compare it to really this Wix. These are the same filters, but also just for fun, we're going to cut open this AC Delco that's not looking good already.
The thing that caught my eye on the Prime Guard at Dollar General was when I seen the $2.50 price tag. This one was $5. It was the biggest one on the shelf. But they range from $2.50 to $5.
That price is good, and I use my discount on the Wix, so I don't really know what it goes for routinely. Did you see it online?
I think they're about 10, 11.
I paid $9.
Okay.
So I might have gotten a slight discount on it, but definitely Wix is going to be a name brand that you pay for, right? Let's test our skills with our new Amazon Deluxe
Handy dandy
oil filter cutter opener. And I think I was mentioning to you guys this AC Delco. Cody bought this, what did you say, a year or two ago?
Mm-hmm.
And it's already got some, I'll show it on the camera over here. It's got some rust building up around it. I don't know what the inside of it's going to look like, if it's going to be that bad or not. But yeah, we're going to test our tool on this, and then we'll move on to the actual test after that.
Yep.
Want to do the honors?
And some filters come with a plastic around it, I guess for that reason. So
yeah, I wouldn't expect any sort of a metal product to have some sort of a preservative on it, to where it's not going to just rust through. We've already looked at these, but you'll notice this is the Vietnam Special Prime Guard from Dollar General, and it does have a plastic sheet, at least around the top of it. It doesn't totally encase it, but it does have this protected, which I actually like. I mean, even if you're not protecting this from rust and moisture, you are keeping any sort of debris from getting into it, which I think should be mandatory. Cardboard packaging is notorious for having little particles go places.
I thought maybe the only reason they did this, since it's coming from Vietnam, it was on a cargo ship in salt water or something.
I mean, it could be for real, but
it's handy.
Even so, I mean, in the manufacturing environment, we call this a FOD opportunity, foreign object debris. You can get little particles of, you got some on the O-ring here.
Mm-hmm.
Just little bits of things that can get into somewhere you'd rather they didn't. So anytime I see a cover on an oil filter, I think that's good already. But
so Prime Guard 1.
that might be the only point it gets.
Right.
In case you guys can't tell, Cody and I, and neither one of us have ever done this before. I bought this tool just for this.
But we have to know.
Experience. Interestingly enough, both of these filters that we're going to test later, these are both for a 5.0 Coyote. Have one of those, $10,000 transmission or engines. We'll tell you whether you want to do that or not.
Yeah, you might just take a stroll down to DG Auto.
Yeah. So I think we just
that makes sense.
Spin her on there, and I'm going to keep giving just a little bit more pressure on this wheel as it goes. This is good TV.
Oh yeah. But it'll matter to all the nerds like myself out there that stay up late at night and watch this kind of stuff over mainstream TV.
Okay, I got it.
Awesome.
Okay. So, first of all, right on the outside, I will say this looks like nice heavy-duty steel. Threads look good. I would say it was good probably before it rusted, but not ideal now.
I don't know what this is, and I don't like that. That's what I've seen a review on.
Yeah.
Is this? I mean, sure. We just black RTV the end caps to it.
I think it's some sort of a glue that must hold the media in place. So here's the AC Delco media. I did some reading on stuff because I didn't already know. I don't know how many of you guys are filter experts already. But I read that not evenly spaced filters media is not ideal. I think this is just a joining section, so I'm not sure that's horrible right there. But
so we're looking for like the pleats to be evenly spaced.
Yeah, even pleat spacing and not being wavy and things like that is good. Like see, these are all close together here, where over here they're further apart. So that's already medium quality. I'm not going to be able to tell you what the media is, whether it's something cheap or if it's something more deluxe. We might have a comparison once we get into the Fram, huh?
Yeah.
The
Wicks.
The Wicks, yeah. I don't know. Do people still buy Fram? Why did I say that?
Well, so I'm wondering if we're using quality parts here, but they're all getting shipped to Mexico and then they're assembling, or what? Because this is supposed to be stuff you can trust. This is what you're getting when you go to the dealership.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know about that.
That's a valid point. So, like Cody mentioned, the box says made in Mexico. So, not that nothing Mexican is good. I'm not saying that whatsoever. They make my favorite food.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. But even beyond that, I mean, for real. That doesn't automatically discount anything for me. But to Cody's point, made in Mexico, where do these components come from? Were they imported from Vietnam, same as the Prime Guard, and then assembled in Mexico? Or what does that even mean?
Exactly.
I'm not familiar enough with filter anatomy to know what this is, but things that we're supposed to be seeing are anti-drainback valves. And maybe I don't know what I'm looking for, but I don't see.
I don't see a oil pressure relief.
Right.
I don't see the spring inside.
Yeah, there's no spring anywhere.
So if the filter clogs, is it just open or?
Well, I'm wondering if this serves a purpose there. If it clogs, does this just get pushed up enough that it can let some? I'm making stuff up. I have no idea. Inside the can, it's empty. There's nothing. So we're going to weld this back together and install it on the Camaro. And
sure. I think this would make a good little coffee cup if you wanted to tack weld a little handle to it. That would be pretty handy.
Yeah. And if someone just makes you angry at work, you can just slice a jugular with that.
Absolutely.
Edge. And
2 in 1.
Yeah. Okay, well, A, tool works, and B, I don't know, maybe we'll have a better idea once we get into Wix, but I think this looks like garbage.
It does look like garbage to me.
We'll have some more comparison points here soon. Okay, I think this rubber here
that would be this is the drain back.
Okay. Yeah, so that's designed to allow oil in but not come back out.
At least it's rubber.
So, yeah. Well, rubber is the economical component. All right. Do we go straight to the Wix or straight to the Prime Guard?
We know Wix is a very good filter, proven. I think we should see what a good filter looks like before we look at junk.
That's what
because we don't know what junk looks like.
We've already got a maybe less than ideal setup here. So let's go to good, and then we can see where this falls. Is this better or worse than that?
Yeah, I think Stevie Wonder can see that this isn't any good.
What do you have against Stevie Wonder?
I don't. I love Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder's pretty great. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how many of you guys have ever gone to O'Reilly's and then just cut the thing you bought in half just for fun, but I'm not a fan, honestly. I would rather,
Yeah.
All good though. We got to figure this out. You're right.
Okay.
You gotta enjoy the process.
All right.
Much smaller diameter than our last one, so.
Okay, there we are. Okay. Almost.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
All right. I wasn't even bleeding yet. Okay. So Can empty, nothing there. Let's start at the base. Oh, this is looking premium.
It is.
The bottom feels beefy. The O-ring, I'm not sure I felt anything wrong with the other one, but it looks like a good quality O-ring. It's going to do its job, right?
Yes.
Threads look clean. I don't see any burrs on the threads. Here's our first indication of better quality. This is definitely not just a rubber anti-drain back. This is silicone, which will last better. Rubber can get brittle and hard over time and either not do its job very well, or in extreme cases, it could break and chip off and be a contaminant for the oil itself. We have a similar metal plate at the top, which I wish I knew what to tell you guys that did, but I don't know.
I'm already seeing by the media that, like, what do you call it, the micron level, it just looks like a way better quality material being used here
I agree.
than the AC Delco.
Where's the Delco one go?
Even though we're not really comparing it to this, but
Yeah, I mean, this is not apples to apples exactly, but
this is more like a rigid, like cardboard.
right. So the quality of, let me get out the light and see if I can't show this to you guys. It might be hard to pick up on camera, but that does look a bit like cardboard. This definitely looks like it's media paper. I don't know what else to call it than that. I think once we have the time guard open, we can consider counting pleats. I don't think there's any point comparing that to these two.
And look at all that sealer in there.
Yeah, the method that they used to glue that in there is definitely rougher. You see a similar thing, it's just not all over the place here.
Yeah.
It's just very much in the top and not all over the media.
And it's such a neat design when they know nobody's actually going to be looking at it.
Yeah, that's not made to look at, but it looks intricate.
And all the AC Delco's budget went into what's on the outside, not what's on the inside. It's all about eye appeal.
Yeah, it's just as long as it looks good for a minute. I mean, you can't like leave it sitting for a year, Cody. I mean, you need to buy it and install it.
Oh, yeah.
From appearances, and we don't have a very scientific way to test it. Just even looking at it, this looks like better quality, looks like better pleats. I would guess it's a finer micron. And like I say, if I can get the information on the microns, I'll post that on the screen at some point.
Just the cleanliness of how carefully they put the sealer in there is a win for me compared to the other one.
Agreed. I mean, I would like to think that you'd want as little of that on the media as you can, because that's reducing the amount of surface area.
Yeah.
And you're reducing how much filter action it can even do.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there might be some hope for this prime guard just because they put the plastic covering to protect the filter. So I'm thinking that maybe the inside won't be complete garbage.
Maybe.
Stay tuned.
I didn't know about it until you told me about it, Cody, but there was also a lawsuit with DG, Dollar General. I can't quote the numbers, but there was a massive settlement, I think you'd call it.
28.2 million.
Yeah, just a little bit here and there. Probably nothing for them, but they were selling oil, and I don't even know if they still sell oil, but that oil was not made for modern engines, and I'm going to guess that they would have learned a lesson, and if they're going to try to venture out on something like this, they might not be making the cheapest garbage that could ruin your engine.
Right. So all I know about these is that they're made in Vietnam, but they're distributed by, of course, someone here in the U.S., and I looked up this Highline Warren, and besides this filter, the other thing they're mainly known for is windshield wipers.
Okay.
So,
well,
I'm curious.
That's a little less critical, but sure. Okay. Threads look like they're fine quality. I don't see, there's just a little bit of something that might catch for a minute as you're installing it. I don't think it would even pick up on camera, so I'm not going to bother showing you. But
so you're saying you might have to just run a quick tap through it?
I think most of us are going to just probably work it back and forth on the engine until it works past its little catch.
Yeah. So far the prime guard is made with tempered steel. And it was covered in plastic, so we're already doing pretty good.
Titanium, maybe.
Titanium.
Might not need to go to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah, oh yeah. They might be good quality. They have their own app. You can download the Prime Guard app. Maybe there's reward points every time you purchase. They have a QR code.
Eventually, they're paying you to get filters.
Right.
Uh-oh.
That's what I had to do. There you go.
Okay. All right. So first things first, it does have an anti-drain back valve, I guess you could call. Pretty sure it's rubber. It's I don't believe that rubber here is like the end of the world.
Right.
If you're changing your oil every 3 months or something like that, I think you're good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to leave this on for a year and run synthetic, it's not what I would do, honestly. If you're running conventional oil and have frequent oil changes, I'd be okay with that. Same for the AC Delco. Here's our media. And this can is also empty, but it has a spring in the top. I would guess that's more about taking up extra space than it is about any sort of safety, pressure relief or anything like that. I think what would be interesting, I think that this filter is a lot shorter. You guys see this? So what that's showing is there's a lot more surface area on this filter, and that means that there's more oil that can be filtered at a time. There's more room for contaminants to accrue or absorb. So here on our Prime Guard, shorter. The media again looks like the cardboard from the AC Delco.
So we're dealing with like the same media as the AC Delco has.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you're going to have a lot less filtering capability than the wicks with the media.
There's also a spring on the inside, and I'm not sure I understand what's going on with it.
They did a pretty clean job on the sealing.
Yeah, you really can't even see if it's retained in there. It might just be set in there.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just kidding. It probably is, but...
What are your opinions?
Well, I think people are going to want to know a rib count, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll take wicks if you take the Dollar General. I got 60.
I got 59.
Okay, from a rib perspective, either one of us can count or it does not matter. My takeaway is if you're going to skimp on something that is your daily driver or your race car or your weekend hobby that you spent thousands of dollars on, I'm not going to save the $6 here. I'm probably going to go ahead and get... I've got nothing against Purelator, Motorcraft. I mean, those all have good names. And if you guys are interested in us cutting those open, we're down. We got the tool now. We can do that. But yeah, from my perspective, I'm not going to get the cheapest thing I can get. I'm going to get something I know and trust and go with that. How about you?
Well, you know what's funny is this is supposed to be Go Prime Guard versus Wix. And I keep eyeballing this AC Delco down here on the floor. In my honest opinion, I would buy this Prime Guard before I would buy the AC Delco made, GM licensed. I would use this before I'd use that.
That is interesting, and it's not something we expected to talk about this video, but I think you're right. I mean, the only thing going for that I don't see here is that I think that the piece on top has something to do with blowout protection or something like that. And this does not necessarily even have one. I'm just not sure.
I mean, even not knowing a whole lot about it, just looking at it, you can tell something ain't right with it. And usually, if it says GM on it, people and myself just buy it. This is the best that you can get because GM is selling it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be really skeptic on anything I buy that has their logo on it.
Honestly, it makes me want to buy more filters that I think I trust too, like the FL1A that I've run on every Ford I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I've never got one open.
Yeah, I spend extra on the Ford Motorcraft every single time. I either grab it or Wix because I feel like they're right there side by side, but are they?
Who knows? If you guys want to see that, let us know. We are, like I say, we are 100% down to make another video like this. Name the filters that you're interested in us cutting open. And hey, if they're $10, we'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very interesting.
I think the big takeaway for me is if this was not on like a race car that saw 9,000 RPM or something like that, honestly, you could probably get away with running any one of these filters. I think the biggest thing is to be routine, be intentional about oil changes and timing and making sure that you're not running something for too long of a period. A lot of newer cars run a very small amount of oil. My daughter's Hyundai has like a 3.7 quart oil system. And it instructs you to change the oil every 8 months or something like that. It's kind of a weird increment. So I would really hesitate to put anything but top quality in something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're running just cheap conventional oil and you're going to change it every 3,000 miles or 3 months,
yeah, absolutely.
I think you can get away with some of the more budget options on that. But again, the price spread is just not there. I mean,
yeah, it's not
$4 versus $10. I mean, if you're really needing to stretch that dollar, then I think there's options. But if you don't,
I mean, if you're really hard up and all you have in your town is a Dollar General, I would not hesitate to use this thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think it's going to be Dollar General oil disaster 2026.
Yeah, don't go 10 more miles to Walmart to get AC Delco.
For real. Yeah. I feel like you're a little heartbroken about that.
GM kind of let me down on that one.
Yeah. Well,
but it's okay.
I'll bet that filter, that same part number probably was produced with pride with much better parts 30 years ago.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things that I know in certain places that are quantity over quality. We're just trying to get as many things out the door as we can and for a big turnover.
Yep.
But I wouldn't expect that from a GM licensed product. If they would have cut that open, they'd be ashamed of themselves, I think.
They ought to be, yep.
I feel like you should be able to trust it. If it says General Motors on it,
I mean,
I feel like it shouldn't even be a question. Like at the very beginning of all this, like a year ago, if all these were sitting on the table, I would say if I have to use one of these without getting to see what they look like inside or taking nobody's opinion, I'm taking that one because I know that they would only use the best stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
And then they really screwed me over.
Like you say, it says GM genuine OE part right on it. So I mean, you're thinking you're taking top-notch care of your stuff by using that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think twice about having to look inside of it and check it.
Calling you out, GM. Do better.
Fix it.
All right, guys. So we summed it up already. It's not a throwaway part. I think you can run it. You'll be fine. But it's not the best part on the market. And if you can spare the $5, I'd probably go get the quality piece from Wix or your other favorite or your other trusted brand. Yeah.
Yeah. Never again will I use AC Delco. I'll go Prime Guard.
Prime Guard has converted Cody from AC Delco. I have a feeling you're going to go Wix.
But I will never go to a GM dealership and be like, can you please change my oil? I know you guys have the best of the best, the quality of everything. Never.
Nope. Oh.
They should void their own warranties by using their own stuff.
I mean, yeah, warranty void if you use our parts.
Yeah.
I've said several times, I don't know what this is, and I probably should because I read up on it right before I got here. But yeah, if you want to give us some further details on the things we did not know, we're trying to share what we can see. We don't really have a way to flow test or anything else like that, so we are kind of limited on some of the things we can do. But yeah, we 100% would like to know what you know about these things as well. But yeah, please share this with a friend if you know someone that would be interested. Like, subscribe, press all the buttons. Not this one. Don't do that one. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah. Or if they know anybody that's using this thing, friends don't let friends use this.
Friends don't let friends drive AC Delco.
Right.